Good evening. How is everybody? How we doing? What's going on? I keep saying I'm gonna fix this squeaky chair. I still haven't done it. Everything good? Audio good? I would assume it's not using this. Give me 1 second here. All right, bet. Jack, what's up? Morton, Matilda, what's up? What's happening? Give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna share the live to Instagram real quick. Photo. Great photo. Great photo. I'm already sweating, man. I don't know what it is. Here we go. Share. Copy link. Boom. Pow. Boom. 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 Whoop. All right, got it. Sounds good? All right, cool. Jack, what's up, brother? How was the trip to Phil's? It was good. Yeah, it was nice. A lot different than Thailand. Not in a bad way or a good way, I guess. Yeah, just a lot different. Granted, we only went to Siargao, so that would be, I feel like that would be like coming to Thailand, going to like Koh Chang, not anywhere else, and then just forming all your opinions off of that. But I mean, I liked it. Siargao wasn't exactly what I expected. Not in a bad way. It was just really due to my lack of research. We all know I'm like the worst traveler YouTuber in the world. I like preach. I make all these videos preaching about like, oh, like know what you're getting into, research this, but I don't practice any of it. Listen to what I say, not what I do. Do as I say, not as I do. That's how it goes. Must be nice that everyone speaks English. Well, yeah, but I mean, even in Thailand, like minus being in some like very rural areas or like with certain situations, it's not that big a deal. Like most people in Thailand speak English as it is. And there's only like certain times where a language barrier is like an actual problem. You know what I mean? Like if you're dealing with some type of official something, like if you're, you know, dealing with like visa stuff or, you know, there's only a few situations where it's actually like a problem. But yeah, so that the English wasn't really, I'm sure living there might be different with more people speaking English. But even then, like as you walk around, it's not like Filipino people like don't really speak a lot of English to each other. You know what I mean? They're all still speaking Tagalog or Tagalog, however you say it. I lived in Jakarta. I felt like I needed to learn Indonesian. Yeah, that would make sense. But I mean, even in Thailand, like if you're in anywhere, like any of the big cities, you know what I mean? Like pretty much everybody at least speaks some English. There's a whole lot of purple going on in here, huh? Michael Elliott, what's up, bro? What the fuck is stabbing me? What the fuck is happening? 420 here in Michigan? No more 420. been no more 420 in Michigan. Been 3 weeks. As in, you haven't smoked in 3 weeks, or you haven't been in Michigan in 3 weeks. Maybe you're getting ready to bust a move. I've pretty much already decided I'm ready to move on from Pattaya. I don't think I'm gonna go to the Philippines, but I'd be down to spend more time in the Philippines. But I would much like I definitely want to get more of a gauge if I was thinking about moving there. And like I'm always looking at condos everywhere just for the fuck of it. And I was surprised, like everything else in like Philippines was relatively cheap. But if you want like a decent condo, like Western style condo in any of the big cities, fucking expensive. It's like 30 or 40. Like if I took this same condo and like put it in Manila or Cebu or whatever, you'd have to pay like 30 or 40% more. No smoke, been 3 weeks. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I didn't, when I quit too, it wasn't even really like a conscious decision. I just kind of noticed one day, I'm like, damn, I haven't, like, I had weed, and then when I ran out, I used to be the guy, it's like, if I woke up in the morning and knew I didn't have weed, I was automatically in a bad mood and had to go get some. But the last time I got it here, like I ran out, and then it was like a week before I was even like, I didn't buy any more weed. I really slowed down when I moved to Thailand in general. Finally fixed my YouTube account so I can chat. Nice. Nice. Vietnam is cheap. Yeah, everybody's kind of swearing by Vietnam right now too. The only thing is like so many people are coming to Thailand. I mean, that's a big reason why with this channel, like why I've kind of decided to like kind of pivot the content a little bit. When I first got here like 3 years ago, like there was a lot of content creators, but like compared to now, it's wild, dude. There's so many. And everybody is like kind of doing informational, how to move to Thailand, what to expect, what's different about Thailand. So at that point, I was like, I'm just doing the same videos as everybody else. So what value am I providing, you know? Nothing wrong with getting off the weed. Yeah, I mean, if anything, saves you some money, which is nice. Me, I'm always like that person though, like I give up one vice to pick up another one. Like if I start smoking weed less, I'm smoking cigarettes more. If I stop smoking cigarettes, then I'm like drinking more coffee. It's always seems like it's something. I'd feel paranoid doing drugs in a foreign country, even weed. I definitely got that when I came here. Like I didn't smoke for like the first month or two maybe. And then I like tried a few times and I was getting super paranoid. Not really about like getting in trouble or anything, because like I understood like it was legal. I wasn't gonna like get in trouble. It was just like more like existential paranoia. You know what I mean? Because it was like I had just gotten here. I was like partying, smoking weed. So it was kind of like I get in my head. It's like, dude, did you come all the way to Thailand just to do the same shit you were doing it back home? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Why did you come here if you're just gonna do the same shit? Oh, I just noticed we don't have fucking... I was like, why does the stream look so naked? My bad. Let me get everything up here. Bang, 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 bang. I was like, what the fuck? Why does this look so different? That's better. Picking up a new habit. Yeah, it's always one. Like, I've had stints in my life where I like didn't do anything. Like I was eating good, wasn't smoking, wasn't drinking, wasn't even drinking coffee. And I didn't really notice it then, but looking back now, it's like I was so fucking irritable. I'm not a fan of the Tempus new. Honestly, you're the first person who said that. When I first started out, like the reason I leaned into it more is because there's been tons of comments of people that enjoyed it. And granted, I know there are people who subscribed earlier because of the type of videos I was making, but I can only make so many videos about like, oh, what's it like to live in Thailand? What's Thailand like compared to America? What to expect when you move to Thailand? You know what I mean? And there's seriously like hundreds of other YouTubers now making the same videos. So it's just like something had to be different. And I couldn't just like, it wouldn't make sense to just completely pivot to something that has nothing to do with Thailand. At that point, like I might as well just make a new channel. You know what I mean? There's people here who like want to watch stuff about Thailand. Like I understand there's probably like a very small like group of the subscribers that just like want to see like what I'm up to, but the vast majority are like watching because they're interested in Thailand. That's why I thought you were moving. And I mean, I am moving to Bangkok, but I mean, even in Bangkok, we can do more. You know what I mean? There's more stuff going on. Like, I still want to do vlogs and stuff as well. But I mean, at the end of the day, this is what pays the bills for me, right? So if the stuff that I'm doing, if I'm not getting like the views and the feedback from it, I can't just keep doing that. You know what I mean? And hoping that, oh, well, this hasn't been working for, you know, a year, year and a half, 2 years. Maybe it'll work next year. Like, how long can I really do that, you know? And in the past, like 2-3 months since I've started doing like keeping up with like news and talking about stuff that's happening in Thailand, the comments, like the feedback I've gotten from a lot of you guys has been better, and the views have been better as well. So it's like, I gotta do what works. I wish I could just make whatever I want and everybody just watched it. That would be fucking awesome. But at the end of the day, that's not really how it works. King and his travel. What's up, bro? News angle's cool, in my honest opinion. There are so many videos about the cost of living in Thailand, etc., condo tours, blah, blah. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I don't want to make shit just to make shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a firm believer. It's like, if you want to have success creating content, you got to either like, you got to provide some type of value, whether that be information, whether, you know, it's like your personality, if you're funny or whatever. So it's like, the informational stuff doesn't work if everybody's just doing the same shit. Like, it worked when I first got here because there wasn't as many creators and there just wasn't as many of those videos. So a lot of those videos were stuff that people hadn't made videos about yet. So it's like, okay, that works. And I'm sure I could still find some of those, but at that point I might get like one video a week. And for like where my channel is subscribers wise, like one video a week is just not enough. That's not enough views. That's not like driving enough growth. You know what I mean? It's different when your channel gets much bigger and you've got like that core audience of like 30, 40,000 people that'll pretty much just watch whatever you post consistently. You know what I mean? But my following right now is too small to do that. And it's different. YouTube treats your videos different once you have a bigger channel as well. Like when you're a smaller creator, you have to be consistent. You know what I mean? And it's all about just like trying to find that line of posting as many videos as you can while not letting the value of those videos dip. Like I could post a video every day, but they would be shit. Holy shit. Jack Thompson with the $99.99 super chat for food. Jack, my man, I really appreciate that, dude. That's fucking awesome. A red super chat always makes the stream a little bit more fun. Bro, I really appreciate that. And speaking of the stream, this is our next goal right here. So I'm using my laptop that I use for editing for the streams now. There's a lot more shit I want to do with you guys on these streams, but right now is like my laptop can only handle this. If I try to like share my screen, because like some of these like stories and stuff, I would love to like go in more depth with you guys and like pick shit apart, or like keep up on, you know, visa news, or, you know, shit that's like relevant for people that want to come in Thailand. But if I fucking share my screen on this computer, it'll just freeze the whole live, and it's just a fucking nightmare. So that is our next goal over here. If you can, that's awesome. If you can't, that's fine too. Best free way to support the stream without any money whatsoever is the like button. My guy. Jack, I really appreciate it, bro. Jack, I'm not mistaken, you're on the Patreon too now, right? I'm pretty sure that was you. Yep. My man. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. And guys, speaking of the Patreon, I've in the past 2 or 3 weeks, I have completely changed the realm of our Patreon. Like we were talking about, like, there's a lot of videos I want to make that I can't make, at least like for YouTube. There's a lot of shit I want to be able to tell you guys about Thailand, especially if you're thinking about moving here, that I can't make a video saying it. So Patreon is a place where I can do that. It kind of puts a wall between people that might be watching just to watch, you know what I mean? As opposed to people who are trying to get real insight. You can sign up. It's over there. They're exclusive content. I'll be doing like legitimate comparisons between different places. Like if you want to move to Pattaya, the differences between Bangkok, the differences I saw with the Philippines. We're going to do exclusive videos. I just got the first one up on there, talking about some of the realities of living in Pattaya compared to other places. You get early access to all the YouTube videos with no ads, of course. And I left a free option on there as well, too. So if you want to go sign up for free, you can do that. You won't get full access to everything, but there'll be some good stuff on there for free as well. Or you can sign up, get access to everything for $5 a month. If not, I don't give a shit. I do give a shit. That was a lie. I care. I care a lot, okay? Yeah, and as always, like button me up. I don't know what it is about these streams. I sit in here all day and I don't sweat. As soon as I turn the fucking stream on, god damn it, start sweating. Randomly meet again, LOL, down on soy 6. I don't know about that one. I can't, dude. I haven't been to soy 6 in shit. It's been a long time, dude. You still hang out with Ken? No, I haven't seen Ken in a long time. Every once in a while, he'll like shoot me a message on Facebook, like inviting me when they've got like an event going on or something, but I haven't gone in a long time. Yeah, it's just, dude, I honestly, like, I just stopped drinking. I stopped going to the bar. It's just like, it wasn't like a conscious, like, oh, I need to quit drinking. It was just like, dude, every time I go to the bar now, I just end up bored. And I'm just like fucking irritated. I'm not fun to be around, you know? But if somebody's like, oh, let's go on the boat for a day, let's go fishing and go drink, or let's go chill on the beach and drink, like, I'm still down for that. It's just like, I'm kind of burnt out on the bar. Can't really justify spending money like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, especially when it comes to soy 6, I have not been in a very long time. I went to Tree Town with one of my buddies maybe like a week ago. But even that, I wasn't out very late. I think I was home by like 1. Bar scene does get old. Yeah, and I mean, in all fairness, I had been doing that for a long time already in America. I was DJ for a long time. When I quit that, I was a bartender. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I've put my hours into the club. You know what I mean? And the shitty thing too with especially with DJing, is I hold like parties and clubs to such a high standard, because I've played at some cool ones. I've been to some badass shows. So I'm always bitching about the music. Yeah, and well, like when you DJ, especially at nightclubs, you get a bar tab that's like included. So they usually give you like $100 to $150 tab, and everybody's buying you drinks, so you don't pay for drinks. And then obviously when you're a bartender, kind of the same thing. Your friends are bartenders, so when you get off, you go to their bar. They let you drink for free. When they get off, they come to your bar. So for the longest time, like I used to just party, and I never paid for drinks. Now it's like, if I go to the bar and when they bring me the tab, I'm like, this fucking sucks. And back to work. Catch this on replay. Keep on keeping on. Jack, you got it. We will always keep on it. I appreciate it. Thank you again so much for this super chat. That's fucking awesome. I will see you over on Patreon. I'm trying to decide how I'm gonna do these live playbacks, but for now I'll leave them public. So yeah, you could catch it on replay. Gotta go back to work. Okay. Have a good day at work. Said I did join the free Patreon for now. Awesome. Yeah. And everything on there too. So like the way that it works is you'll be able to see the titles of all the posts or like different things. Like I said, some of them will be available to the free members as well. But if there are any individual posts, like say I post like a guide to something or like a video breakdown on something, and you really want to watch that, all of those are available for one-time purchase as well. So if you don't want to commit to like a monthly thing, you just want to get access to that one post, you can do that as well. Or you can just hang out on there for free and then get access to some other stuff as well. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw shit. All right. How many peeps we got in here right now? All right. Speaking of Patreon, once we get some more people in, we're going to do a little giveaway, a little contest actually. It's a contest. It's not a giveaway. So we're going to do a contest. I'm going to hit you guys with some Thailand trivia. All right? Whoever wins will get a free paid membership to the Patreon for, probably do it for 2 months. So you get 2 months for free. All right? So we're going to do that. We're going to do some trivia, break it down. I got my questions and everything already. It's all about Thailand. So they start real easy and then they get a little bit harder. Essentially the way that we'll do it, I'll ask the question. First person to post in the chat with the correct answer will get a point. All right? Or maybe, 1 point. Let's do 1 point. Yeah, that's the only way it's going to work. No Googling. Don't be weird. If you have to Google it, you're probably going to lose on that question. Anyway, I'll keep score. Whoever wins will get a free membership for 2 months. Gotta have fast fingers. They're pretty, I made sure they're not too niche. They're not crazy questions. So it should be relatively easy for most of them. They do get progressively a little bit harder, but it's nothing crazy. Oh, I also have these too. I wanted to quick fire some, we're gonna have a little Mythbusters section. I was thinking about doing a video on this. I figured it'd be more fun to do it with you guys because then we can talk about all of it together. But we've got some common myths about Thailand. I went and I scoured the internet for all the Thailand videos I could find talking about shit that's just, whether it's true or not, right? And I've got 7 of them. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. First one, you can live like a king, or you can live a very lavish life in Thailand for $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month, I think right now that is 32,000 baht. 32,000 baht. So, do you guys think that is true or not? Lavish life in Thailand, nothing crazy, but you know, comfy, lavish life for $1,000 a month, 32,000 baht. Matilda says BS. 601 CNY says yes. King in his travels says false. Anybody else want to chime in? I've made a video kind of talking about this a little bit, but it was a while ago. Tilda says, I mean, you can do it, but you won't be any kind of king. I agree with Matilda 100%. You can live in Thailand for $1,000 a month, 32,000 baht. We'll call it 30 just for math. If you want to have a decent condo anywhere, I would say, what, 7,000 to 10,000? That's on the cheaper end. You can find places for like 5,000, 6,000, but you're probably not going to have air conditioning. It's going to be a not very nice place to live. So even we say 7,000 a month, 7,000 baht a month, boom, that's gone. So there's rent gone. Electric, even if you call it just 1,000 baht a month, which it'll probably be a little bit more than that, but 1,000 a month, so that's 8,000 baht. So you've got what, 24,000 baht left? That's less than 1,000 baht a day for food, for literally everything else. For food, if you want to smoke, I don't know, man. You could like, I'm a firm believer that like you could, if you budgeted 300 or 400 baht a day for food, you could do that 100%, and like you wouldn't be starving. You'd be eating a lot of Thai food. You'd be going to the market a lot, stuff like that. You're not going to be going to a ton of restaurants. Yeah, dude, like you could 100% survive. Depends on what you define as lavish and where you are. Yeah, yeah. Defect, I agree. So I guess what I consider lavish, or what I, not even lavish, but what I consider comfortable is, minus you like being a real heavy drinker or anything like that. Let's just say like normal day-to-day life is you can wake up in the morning, and if you want to go to the coffee shop and get a latte, you can do that. You can go to breakfast where you want, order whatever you want off the menu and you're not thinking about it. You go to lunch, you go meet a friend, you buy their lunch, you order whatever, you're not worried about it. Same thing with dinner. Essentially where you can just go around and buy things within reason, but without having to be conscious about how much you're spending. Not on $1,000 a month. At least like maybe if you were like out somewhere in the sticks, maybe if you're like in Isan or something, but even then, I don't think so. Because at that point, even if we're talking, you know, 7,000 a month, 8,000, oh, you still got your phone. You still got your phone to pay. You still got Wi-Fi to pay. You're talking less than 1,000 baht a day, and that's assuming you spend everything. You spend all $1,000 a month every month. So you've got no savings. You know what I mean? You're not putting any money away. You're not going to have any money to travel or do anything else. So yeah, 1,000, no. I would say if like to be able to put some money away in case you had something happen, you got a rainy day fund. You can go around, you can order food whenever you want. You can go out and drink every once in a while, take a girl on a date, blah, blah, blah. I would say at least 2,000 a month. I was actually looking at this. I can rent out my house for $650 a week Australian and move to Thailand and possibly live okay on just that. $650 a week. Okay. My brain said $650 a month, and I was like, isn't that only like 475 US dollars? I thought you were saying that like $500 a month. I was like, ugh, I would not do that. But yeah, you could be chilling. You're not going to be, you know, driving a Benz, but you'd be able to chill here. Bills would be paid. You'd have food. You could have your medical insurance for sure. Outside of Pattaya, you could. Well, the thing about it is like I'm thinking about that here, and when it comes to cities, Pattaya is like one of, if not the cheapest place to be. Bangkok can be pretty cheap if you get away from like Sukhumvit. If you go way out, you go out like Pathum Thani and like out in the suburbs, it could be cheap. Phuket's expensive. Chiang Mai has gotten expensive. You know, don't even get me started. Any of the islands, good luck. No way. Definitely not having a girlfriend on 1K a month. Yeah, exactly. Oh, coffee's getting me, guys. Give me 1 second. I gotta pee. I'll be right back. Oi. Oh, yeah. Not, oh yeah, I already read that. Yeah, so I think we're pretty much all in agreement on that one. I think that's a little bit dated. I think maybe like 10 years ago, you might be able to do that, but I wouldn't advise. Now, don't get me wrong. I've had some really like crappy months views-wise, and I've got my budget down low. But I would not want to live like that. You know what I mean? Like the thing, like with my situation, it's like, okay, this month's really slow, but I'm working to make more than that. You know what I mean? There's a light at the end of the tunnel. If it was just like you have $1,000 a month, that's all you're ever going to get, minus you working or doing whatever, no, I would not do it. I survive in USA on $1,000 a month. I own 2 houses, rent one, and pay bills with the rental house, but I don't have car payment or anything. Right, but you're technically you have more than $1,000 a month because you're using the rental money to pay your bills. You know what I mean? If you can have $1,000 a month after you paid everything, like once you paid for all your bills and everything, and it was like you have 32,000 baht just for food and all that stuff, that would be a lot closer to somewhat realistic. Even then, though, I don't think so. But yeah, if it was just 1,000 a month before you pay for anything, ugh, because it goes quick. Shit comes up. You know what I mean? Before you know it, you're behind a month on. I mean, even internet, $25 a month. You know what I mean? When you only got $1,000, all that shit adds up quick. All right. Okay. This is one I have especially seen. Like, this was kind of already a thing when I was getting ready to come here, but especially in like the past year and a half, I don't know what the hell it is, especially on TikTok and Instagram, and that is all Thai women are looking for a foreign boyfriend. If you're a foreigner and you're coming to Thailand, you're going to be king in the castle. Every girl you meet is going to, fall in love with you instantly. Bro, it is so fucking annoying at this point. It's crazy. Well, and the thing about it is too is like, I feel like some of the people making these videos, they're going to places like Soy 6 and they're like filming themselves walking down Soy 6 and all those girls like saying hi to them, but they're not telling people what type of street that is. You know what I mean? So guys are going to come here thinking that like, oh, that's how it's going to be every time I walk down any street. Like, dude, no. There are guys like come to Pattaya and they're like, yeah, man, like everywhere you go, it's the girls are just like, dude, Pattaya is a small little cosm of Thailand. Especially like if you go to Bangkok, like all the like those professional girls who are like working legit jobs and bro, and the thing about it too is like not a lot of people think about, especially when it comes to like Thai women, is Thai people in general are very conscious of what people around them are going to think. You know what I mean? They're still like, they kind of still got that like community mindset where it's like, you know, what the neighbors think or your friends or your coworkers think is important. So a lot of girls aren't interested, like girls who aren't working girls, just like normal Thai girls, professionals, whatever, students, they don't want to date a white guy because if they're walking around with a white guy, every single Thai person that sees her is going to assume that she's a working girl. That is 100% a thing. And nobody talks about that. Thai parents probably don't want their daughters dating some foreigner. So yeah, and it depends too, because there's like there's a bit of a stigma, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of white guys who come to Thailand to chase chicks. So yeah, I mean, dude, if I was like a Thai parent, that was probably be the last thing. I guess it would kind of depend, but it's hard for me to say because I don't have kids. But yeah, like the community or like her thinking about her image and what people are going to think of her if she's walking around with a foreigner in the street, that is 100% a thing. Absolutely. I think one thing that is true about it is women are much more approachable in Thailand, I think. Like in America, bro, it's like, it's terrifying to approach a girl because you don't know if she's going to like take a picture of you and like blast you all over the internet or like call you a fucking creep, you know what I mean? Or like just completely shit on you because you like asked to buy her a drink. Here, it's still like plenty reasonable to like, if you see a girl out and about, like go strike up a conversation. That doesn't mean she's going to be interested by any means. But it's at least doable. You're not going to get blasted for like being a fucking weirdo. Greeting from Wahan. Bijan, what's up, brother? Pepper spray you. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like that is one thing that's true here. It's like women are much approachable. But another thing too is like Thai people don't like confrontation. So if you like ask for her Instagram or something and she gives it to you, do not assume that means she's into you. Because like a lot of Thai girls, they're like the type of, they're the way where they will give you the Instagram just so you go away. You know what I mean? And then they'll never talk to you. After midnight and have turned into a pumpkin. All right, Matilda, we will catch you later. Thanks for stopping in. Probably give you the backup Instagram. Yeah, a lot of, dude, I've met tons of Thai girls. Like they'll have an Instagram, but it'll have like one post and they're never on it. So Line's a pretty good one. But the thing about Line is too, is it's really easy to make multiple accounts. So if they like don't want you keeping up with what they're doing or like blowing them up, they'll just give you like the throwaway account. So I've heard. It's never happened to me. Who was it the other day in the last live? Somebody was in here and they said, we were talking about the same thing, like how girls are approachable here. They were like, they said something crazy. Like they got like 500 lines in like a week or some shit. Oh no, it was, had gotten 500 lines from 8s and 9s in like X amount of time. I don't even think, I've been in Thailand for 3 years. I don't even think I've seen 500 8s or 9s in that amount of time. 8s or 9s? A 9, bro? A 9 is bad. Like, I've probably seen 100 9s in my whole life. You're talking about a 10 is the most beautiful woman on the planet. You know what I mean? A 9? That's pretty goddamn close. Real win is WhatsApp. Yeah, WhatsApp works good too. The only thing I don't use WhatsApp a lot because that means somebody has my phone number. I'm still weird about that. I don't give anybody my number. Can't happen to you because you are JD Mac Mac. What can you do, man? Hard life to be living, you know? I've been collecting line girls, but once I say I'm in USA, they don't talk to me. I'm really contemplating going, but it's hard when you got cats? Cat's ass? I'm surprised they aren't. Well, I mean, if you're talking to like good girls, it would make sense that they don't want to talk if you're in another country, but got to be careful with that because like there are girls out there who like, oh, there's 100% girls who see a guy who's like stuck overseas, quote unquote, is like lonely. So just don't fucking start sending these girls money, man. Don't. Whatever, they're good, man. They're like, the stories are good, but they're full of shit. I'm telling you. Pet cats. Okay. You can bring them. It's possible. I have a buddy who moved here. He brought his cat with him. Eights and 9s, just go to the Bangkok motor shows at Impact. Dude, okay, so you're not exactly wrong, but like when I went to Underup at Pathumthani Speedway, it's like one of the biggest car events of the year. There were a lot of like model girls there who were hot, but like, I think only like one of them was actually like an 8 or a 9. You know what I mean? Like, if you think about it, like even 6s and 7s are super pretty. A 9? But seriously, what Thai men consider an 8 and a 9 is not necessarily what a Western... Exactly. I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. Like, there are a lot of Thai girls who go for that, like, Thai standard of beauty. And a lot of the times, like, especially if they're, like, getting work done and they go that way, not that, like, I don't think they're ugly by any means, but it's just, like, not my... Compared to, like, girls who go, like, the Western standard of beauty, super long black hair, tan, like, super dark skin, lots of tattoos, like, that's much more my speed. I met only one 9 at Pattaya, but she died in Bahrain a few years ago from... Jesus Christ. Had one girl ask for money for diapers for her kid. I'm telling you, bro, don't do it. Don't do it. Those ones that try to do that shit, they are so good at like finding the good, like the nice guys. Like they'll play into you wanting to be helpful and like help, and they will fucking use that against you. Don't do it. I live on under 1K a month in the US, no rent or mortgage. I own my own home, no vehicle payment. Monthly bills are $350, food $200, cable, internet $10, property tax $80. Yeah, but that's a very unique situation because you have no rent or mortgage. That's awesome that you're able to do that, but I think it would be safe to assume that most people are going to have some type of rent. Surviving just fine before they met you, so their world is not going to end if you don't help them. Exactly. Exactly. Once you open the door for that, yeah, they will keep coming back. Yeah, it's like, I only learned this the hard way because I have a friend I went to school with became an addict, and that's that's what they play into, is they know you're like a good person, you're going to want to help them, and then as soon as you crack that door open and give them something, It's never ending. And then, you know, it ends up just getting turned against you. And then when you want to stop doing it, then they'll play into, you know, oh, you're, you know, what, you don't care if I die, or you don't care if I go hungry, about, like, it sucks. And it's mind games. You will start questioning yourself. You're like, well, am I a piece of shit? Like, should I just give them money? Like, am I a dirtbag because I don't want to do this? It's a fucking nightmare, dude. Blackmail, guilt trip, exactly. Yeah, pack our bags, let's go on a guilt trip. Yeah, it sucks, dude. It's not fun. Anytime you are questioning your own sanity, fuck, dude. It's not fun. And it's like, once you get out of it, it's easy to look back and be like, oh yeah, it was so obvious. But when you're in it and you're dealing with somebody who's doing that, it fucking sucks, man. It's not fun. I'm moving to Southeast Asia, and I'm one of the few living over there that will actually cost me more than it costs to live in the US. Yeah, that's wild. Still though, I feel like if you think about it, like the $350 you spend for food back home, you spend $350 here on food, you're gonna at least get more back for that. You know what I mean? Like that's $350 is what, like 11,000 baht for a month? Oh yeah, you can. Like you could go to the grocery store, spend like 3,000 or 4,000 baht and like load up on stuff to have in your house, and you could still go out to eat pretty frequently for that. Like I spend grocery shopping, I spend about 1,000 baht a week, and I eat 2 or 3 meals a day most of the time. And I get like some more Western stuff that's more expensive. If you like wanted to bring the cost down, you 100% could. Especially if you like rice. If you like rice, man, you can. Dude, I think it's a 4 kilo bag of rice for 60 baht, 70 baht, something like that. $2 for 10 pounds of rice. I've made so much of it. I've had it for like a month and I haven't even put a fucking dent in it. You don't care if I die? Dude, I just messed you. Yeah, didn't even know you existed. Exactly. Okay. So yeah, I feel like we covered that. Like, no, not every Thai girl wants to date a foreign boyfriend. If you didn't know how to talk to girls back home, you're not gonna show up to Thailand and just be Mac Daddy. It's not. Now, if you back home, if you were good at approaching girls and like knew how to like talk to women and how to meet girls, yeah, you can come here and do the same thing. And it'll probably be easier. But there's a lot of guys I feel like don't do well with women back home, and they think that's just gonna somehow flip it and reverse it when they get to Thailand. No. Next one. Oh, I saw this yesterday on Instagram, actually. A guy made a whole reel about this, and people were in the comments saying like, oh, okay, that's good to know. If you overstay your visa by a few days, you're getting deported. Wait. Yeah, that's what it was. This guy made a video saying, if you overstay your visa by even 2 or 3 days, and you get found out, you're going to get deported. What do you guys think? Do you think that's true? Now, don't get me wrong. Don't clip this and don't say that I'm condoning doing this. Johnny Blaze, correct and not correct. My man, that is the most accurate thing I've ever heard somebody say when it comes to Thailand immigration. That is both right and wrong at the same time. So yes, Matilda, you're right. There is a fine. It is 500 baht per day. It all depends on the situation. So that's why Johnny is right when he says correct and not correct. Just like anywhere else in the world, immigration, it is up to their discretion. So if you get like the only way I could really see it happening is, and this is only if you only overstayed by like a couple of days, if immigration could know that you either one, had no intent of leaving anytime soon or trying to remedy it. If there was some way or you did something that showed, hey, he overstayed by a few days and he obviously has no intent to leave, or he had no intent to like come to the office and like get it squared away. I could see that happening. Or if you get in trouble for something else, if you get stopped for drinking and driving and they pull you in, obviously they want to see your passport and all that stuff, and you've overstayed then and you've like broken a law or something, I could see it then. Like if you have 6 months of rent paid up. Yeah, if there was something where it was very blatant that you had no plans of leaving and you had no plans to remedy the fact that you had overstayed, I could 100% see that. Now, if something happened and you got your dates wrong or something like that, if it was a viable mistake, if you had been here for 60 days, when you booked your flight, you accidentally booked it for 3 days after your visa was done. And then you're going, you go to immigration to go sort it out. They're not going to book you at immigration and send you home. You could be like, hey, look, I have a ticket. I'm leaving in 3 days, whatever. I think that would be fine. And you could just pay the fine. And it's, from what I understand, it's the same thing if you go to the airport. If you're leaving and you've overstayed by a couple of days when you're going through the airport, you pay the fine, you're good. Now, another thing to think about though is they can 100% blacklist you or say you're not allowed to come back for a certain amount of time. Most of the people I've seen get in a lot of trouble and like get packed up and shipped out for overstays is they were here for months, if not years. Did you guys see the story not too long ago? I'm pretty sure we did a video on it. It was something crazy. I think the guy had overstayed by like 7 years or something. It was nuts. I don't remember how much it was, but it was a guy in Chiang Mai, I think. It was fucking insane. I think they'd rather just get you out the door. Yeah. It's like, yeah, the only reason I could see for them booking you and like sending you to detention and all that stuff is if you were blatantly not trying to remedy it or leave, or if you had gotten in trouble for something else on top of that. Alchemist says, hit the like. I appreciate that, brother. What's happening? Though by the letter of the law, if you were caught on overstay for even 1 day without presenting an immigration, aka turning yourself in, the law says you must be detained, deported. Right. But from what I understand, I think just like in most places, it is kind of up to their discretion. Now, if you, let's say you got like 3 days, you get stopped somewhere and they see you, I think before they let you, like if they were going to fine you, they're going to make you like buy a flight or something for sure. I don't think it's like, oh, you've stayed 3 days past your visa, you get taken in, you pay the fine, and they're just like, okay, see ya, and just continue to let you overstay. You know what I mean? I think they would 100% make sure you got on a flight, but I'm not sure if it would be like the actual boom, detention, deportation. You know what I mean? I think they would more than likely. Granted, I'm not a fucking lawyer, guys. I know it may come surprise. It may be a surprise, given my looks and my superior vocabulary. I'm not a fucking attorney, so don't overstay and then be in the office like, oh, fucking Tempus said it was cool. I just got paid a fine and I'm good. Then I could go. Don't do that. But I think minus you doing some other stupid shit on top of it, I think you'll probably be all right with paying a fine and, yeah, exactly, getting blacklisted for a bit. Saw that on the news, the guy overstaying. Yeah, it was crazy, dude. I think it was a Dutch guy, I want to say. It was nuts. Like, I think if you have a ticket a few days away, all good. But if you don't even have a ticket, they might take you to the airport. Exactly. Exactly. I think they would 100% make sure you were getting on a flight. You know what I mean? I don't think they would just be like, oh yeah, pay the fine and then go on your way. And for all we know, go overstay for another, X amount of time. I think they would 100% make sure you were leaving. Best advice, exactly, don't overstay ever. Yeah, seems pretty straightforward, right? But I feel like I read the news every morning and there's always at least one story of, it's usually somebody getting busted for something else. And then come to find out they've overstayed by, 6 years. It's the hat that made me think you were a successful attorney, said Robert. Yeah, the free Uniclutch hat that I got at some booth at a car show. Fucking doing big money shit over here, man. Big time clients, big time cases. You know the fucking deal. You think with, like, as much as I've gone through the court system, I should know more. Like, I should be closer to being an attorney than I am, but, what can you do? Convenient for them, though. They bust you for something else, and they can boot you out and get... Yeah, I mean, dude, that's like a win-win for them. And they get the fine for you overstaying. They get to fine you for whatever you got busted for. Cool, give us your money, get the fuck out. I like that. Like, if you're going to be a fucking criminal, I'm not like, a saint by any means. This is coming from somebody who used to be the guy in the cuffs for a long time. If you're a fucking criminal, kick rocks, dude. Good on that. If you can't keep your dumb ass out of trouble, I don't feel bad for you. It's like, it's the amount, like, not so much in Thailand, but especially back in America, like the amount of excuses that are made for people that are fucking criminals now blows my mind. Nobody fucking made excuses for me. That's for damn sure. I had to fucking deal with all my shit. Like, minus, my mom, my family trying to get me out of jail the first couple times. And that's just because they're my family. That wasn't them saying that, oh, he shouldn't be there. They fucking knew I should be there. But they were just trying to, minus that, fuck. Like, fuck him, fuck this kid. I was 19, white kid. They did not give a shit. British man who overstayed 25 years. Is that what it was? I knew it was something fucking crazy. Is it still 60 days and extend for 30 more? Dude, I don't know. It's all like, they said they were rolling it back to 30. And then apparently, like, when I came through the airport this last time, people were talking about getting 60 days. So I don't know. I really don't know. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta fucking pee again. I swear I got like a walnut bladder. Be right back. $25 years is fucking crazy work, dude. How do you stay under the radar for that long? Isn't it actually rare for anyone like police to want to see your passport to check your visa status? If you mean like when you're just like out walking around, yeah, absolutely. I've never gotten stopped and asked for somebody to see my visa. Granted, like technically, just like in most countries, you're supposed to have your passport on you at all times. Don't front me off, but I'm not going to do that because my dumbass will lose my passport. But every time I come in, I get a new stamp or whatever. Take a picture of the stamp on your phone. Take a picture of the information page with your picture and everything on there. So if somebody did stop you, like, look, I don't carry my passport around. It's in my condo, but here is this. I would assume that would be okay for the most part. Visa exemption is still 60 plus 30 days. I thought they were rolling it back to 30 and 30 again. Man, this is what I mean. That's another reason, like, I am so hesitant to do videos about visas specifically. One, I don't want to give anybody the wrong information. I don't want to say, oh, this is how it works, and if you can do this, and you'll be okay, and blah, blah, blah. And then somebody's coming through the airport, they get busted, and they're like, oh, well, this fucking YouTuber dickhead said we were allowed to do this, and no, no, no. And then I've got immigration, you know, trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing. So absolutely not. And it's just, people will just watch videos, especially on YouTube, and they don't look at the fucking dates. So I've made videos and I've stated like, look, this could change at any time. And then people will leave a comment 6 months later. They're like, stupid ass video. That's not how it is. This guy's a fucking idiot. Like, yeah, that's how it was when I made the video. So it's just, yeah, dude, it's hard to keep up with. 2 nickels. What's up, brother? By law, I must always carry your passport, carry a miniature copy with me. Yeah, I was going to say, if anything, maybe if you like got a couple photocopies and then like put them in your wallet, I would imagine that would probably be okay. But yeah, you'd want to carry, especially the actual visa. Could change by the time you land. Exactly. Nichols, I'm good, bro. Chilling. I'm smashing this super strong coffee at midnight, so I'll be up for a while after this. But not to worry, you know why? Because I just downloaded Farming Simulator 2025. If you guys have not played it, it's the shit. It's the most fulfilling game ever. I fucking love it. It's farming without all the realness of trying to do it in real life. Get to buy all the cool tractors and all the cool tools and shit. Buy a farm. You get to raise cows, horses. You get a dog. It's fucking cool. Get yourself an affiliate link and I'll get it. That would be pretty funny. I'll reach out to him, but I have Xbox, so it's on. It's actually on Game Pass this month, so it's free, technically. Well, no, not technically. Game Pass is like $15 a month, but that's how I downloaded it. I would assume I downloaded the last one. I think it was only like $15 for the actual game. See how much it is on Steam. I would imagine 25 might be more expensive, but I've been playing since 2022, and they're all good. Honestly, with 25, the only like real difference is there's some new tractors and stuff, but even since like 2022, they're all good. Better than pressure washing sim? Absolutely. Why? Because you can do all kinds of farming, and there's a pressure washer as it is, so you get to pressure wash your farm equipment when you're done using it. Farming Simulator 2025, or there's 24, 23, 22, but yeah, it's called Farming Simulator, or maybe Farm Simulator. I think it's farming. Yeah, Farming Simulator. It's this one. I don't know if you can see it. Focus up, bitch. Focus. Nope. Yeah, it's sick, bro. It's a good game. When was the last YouTuber meet up there in Pattaya? I don't know. Nobody tells me shit anymore. There's only I only talk to a few people really, and a lot of them live in Bangkok. Yeah, it's kind of, you know how it is. It's like people will only invite you only for you to not go so many times. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm the same way. If I invite somebody out like 5 or 6 times and they just keep saying no, I'm just going to stop inviting you because I don't want to fucking be annoying, you know? So I think that's kind of where it's gotten to with a lot of people. With me, at least. Oh, it's so cold. There's nothing worse than coffee that started hot and is now cold, or coffee that started cold and is now hot. Ugh. Currently playing Stardew Valley. Same. Dude, Adam. Everybody tells me about. I don't feel like I've played it yet. It's kind of the same deal, right? Farm life simulation game. Yeah. Yeah. So another farm simulator. The reason I like farming simulator is just because like all the tractors and shit. Like you get all the cool equipment and like the fucking big combine harvesters, and you can build like supply chains and stuff. Like I can say I'm growing cotton on my farm. I can like buy like a cotton mill, and then I'll take the cotton from my farm, take it to the cotton mill, and then they'll process that into clothes, and then you can take the clothes to like a store and sell it. You know what I mean? So you can do, if you want to grow wheat, you can grow the wheat, and then you take it to a grain mill. The grain mill, once you buy it, turns the wheat into flour. Then you take the flour to the bakery. Bakery makes bread. You take the bread. So you like, but then of course you need like a semi truck with a trailer so you can transport all the shit. So you end up just like having all this stuff, just a bunch of equipment, a bunch of different trailers, all kinds of weird shit. And then when you like cut the wheat, that the wheat gets harvested, but it leaves behind straw. So then you have to buy like a baler. It's a thing you drive over the straw, and then it bales it up in these big rolls, and then you go sell the bales of straw to the farm. Like, it's ridiculous. Once you get like one supply chain set up, you're just like, okay, and then I'll just go buy this field over here, and now I want to grow grapes. Like it's never ending. And then the damn locust came and ate it all. Yeah. So on Farming Simulator 2, there are like natural disasters, depending on like which map you pick. Like in the new one, they added you can get a farm in Asia and you can grow rice. You can buy rice paddies, but it's like on the coast. So if you're not careful, there's like tsunamis and shit. Or this one map has a volcano, and then like if you're on the map that's supposed to be like the Midwest in America, your farm can get hit by a fucking tornado. So yeah, it's pretty intricate. But there's a ton of settings in it when you're like going in to play your game. So you can like turn on or turn shit off if you just like, I just want to farm. I don't want to have to worry about all that other shit, or I just want to grow wheat, or whatever. So it can be as intricate or as simple as you want it to be. Have you seen Clarkson's Farm on Amazon Prime? No, I've been meaning to watch it. I've seen some clips, and I've tried to like avoid them because I don't want to see any like spoilers or anything. But yeah, I mean to watch it. I don't have Amazon Prime though. I don't think I can use Prime here. That's one thing that kind of sucks is most of the streaming platforms, minus like Netflix, like you can't use HBO Max here. I don't think you can use Prime, and they've like set them up now too to where you can't even use VPNs. They've started flagging all the VPN servers, so it might work for like 2 minutes, but then as soon as your VPN switches to another server, if it's one of the flagged one, it kicks you off. It's fucking annoying. Make farming sound like fun. I'm telling you, it's a cool game. If you like shit like that, where it's like you're like building and buying new technologies and like simulator, kind of like strategy games. If you're into stuff like that, you would like it, because you can always go a bit farther. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, now we got all these fields set up and they're going, and I've made a little money. Oh, now I can buy a nicer tractor. Now that I have a nicer tractor, I have time to farm some more land, so I can buy a new field. Now that I have this new field, I can grow cotton instead of just wheat. So it's like, it's fucking never ending. It's bad. It's definitely one of those games where you can turn it on and blink and you've been playing for 8 hours. I'm still can't. Jack hit us with the 99 super chat. I'm still. Everybody give a little chest thump for Jack. That was fucking awesome. Can't use Netflix today because it said I wasn't at home. Yeah, my mom was telling me that it's gotten like real ridiculous with the Because you're only allowed to have so many devices on one. That was all them trying to. I mean, I kind of understand it because it was like, 10 years ago, it was like your one friend in the group would have Netflix and they were paying like the $4 a month. And then like everybody, like all your coworkers, everybody is all just using their account. So you'd log in and there'd be like fucking 25 different profiles. I'm glad they dropped the price back down though. Because once it got up to like, got up to like $15 at one point. And I was like, dude, they're just not. And it was different when like all the, like, if a Netflix show or a Netflix movie came out, it was like almost guaranteed to be good. It's like all the shit they were making was so fucking good. Now it's just like, if I see Netflix original, I'm like, ugh, I'm not watching that. If you guys haven't yet though, the new season of Black Mirror, I watched the whole thing last night. I think it's only 4 episodes, maybe 5. I really liked it. I feel like I was reading around that a lot of people were saying the newest season was not good. I don't understand that at all. I thought every single episode was good. Some of them are pretty dark. Some of them are really fucking sad. Standard like Black Mirror vibe. Actually, I still have one more episode. I didn't finish the last episode. But yeah, it was fucking good. If you guys like Black Mirror, make sure you watch the new season. Sorry if clicking the pen is annoying. That's a bad habit. I'm going to take a little smoke break. I'm going to burn one, but my balcony is literally right here, so I can still see the chat. We still got some Mythbusters to bust, too. Next one is Bangkok, Pattaya, and Phuket are just one big party. There's nothing else to do. If you don't party or you're not a big drinker, blah, 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 it's pointless to live in either of those 3 places. That's our next myth that we're busting. What do you guys think? Yay or nay? Robert said nonsense on that one. So is that nonsense to all 3? Bangkok, Phuket, and Pattaya? Or is one of them not true? Because I think there is some truth to that for Phuket and Pattaya. Some truth. Not entirely true, but some truth. Pattaya especially. I know people that live in each place and none of them are partiers. So here's the thing. I will agree that, okay, well, let's do one at a time. We'll start with Bangkok. Bangkok I call total bullshit. There's plenty of other stuff to do in Bangkok besides partying. I would argue that in Bangkok, that's like one of the least attractive things to do. Now, Pattaya, on the other hand, now, yes, there is shit to do. But I would say if you're coming to Thailand and you have, like, money is not an issue, you can live wherever you want, and you have no interest in partying, I would say that there are other places that have more to offer besides that than Pattaya. You know what I mean? Like if you wanna do stuff that, like, if nightlife is of no interest to you, you know what I mean? If you're like, that's not a stipulation on where you're gonna live, I really, like, there's not anything in Pattaya minus that stuff that you couldn't find somewhere else that doesn't have more to offer. You know what I mean? Like if you're saying, oh, well, I want to live in Pattaya because of the beach. There's other places you could live on the beach, and they're nicer beaches for the same price, if not cheaper. The only thing I've consistently seen people say in Pattaya that is like stuff to do that's not partying that's harder to find in other places is golf. Like apparently there's a lot of good golf courses here, but that's pretty much it. People who don't party always end up in Jomtien. Right, like I live in Jomtien, right? But with me it was different. Like part of coming to Pattaya is because it's cheaper. Like especially when I first got here, I couldn't justify living in Bangkok or especially Phuket. But so like, if you have no interest in say in our situation, we have no interest in partying, but we can live anywhere in Thailand we want. We can afford anything, that's not an issue. Why would you choose Jomtien? What does Jomtien have to offer that's not partying that other places don't? I'm not buying the beach because there's other places you could live in Thailand and be on the beach that I think they're better beaches. Like even Jomtien, like the beach in Jomtien is not particularly nice. Like you could go south, you could go to like Bang Saray. Bang Saray is nice, but that's another 20 minutes south-ish, something like that. You could go to Bang San, but that's like an hour north. You know what I mean? With Phuket, I could see Phuket, especially because there's so much other shit around Phuket. Like that could be a good home base. Like if you're like a diver, anything like that. Like there's tons of other stuff to do. Lots of expat food, whole lot of food in general, and it's all close. Okay, but what about Hua Hin? Same thing, and a nicer beach. And Hua Hin's cheaper. See what I'm saying? Granted, everybody's different. If you like Jomtien, you like Jomtien. That's totally fine. But I'm just saying, like, if it's somebody who is coming here for the first time and doesn't know, this is what I would tell them. You know what I mean? Hey, if you're not interested in partying, I think there's other places that are going to be better for those things that you're looking for besides Pattaya. You know what I mean? Not to say that Pattaya doesn't have other things to do, but the other things that Pattaya has can also be in a lot of other places. Because Hua Hin is for dinosaurs and Thais on vacation. As if Jomtien's not. Come on, bro. I mean, it's not really not anymore. Jomtien is pretty much like little Moscow at this point. I think that's the case with a lot of Thailand, though. Granted, I've never been to Hua Hin. I've only driven through. I've never like spent time there. The sand on the beach is too soft, so hard to walk. I have never heard that complaint before. I don't like Jomtien Beach for the exact opposite reason. The sand on Jomtien doesn't even feel like sand. It's like it's dirt. Like when the wind's blowing on the beach in Jomtien, there's dust. Like what the? I think what it is like when they built out the beach, I think they used like a mixture. I don't think it's all just sand. I think they're like, because it's a lot. I'm sure they like had to get some dirt too. All right, so call bullshit on that. What's the next one? Oh, okay, I think this is a good one. This is another video I saw where this guy didn't say this directly, but essentially what he was saying was, you can bribe your way out of anything in Thailand. He was essentially saying, like, if you got money, you're good. You don't have to worry about any type of legal stuff, visa, whatever. He's like, you can buy your way out of anything in Thailand. What do you guys think? Yeah, Wahin is a bit further, that's for sure. To an extent you can, yes and no. Yes and no. The thing about it is, though, is like, I think if you're Thai and you've got money, you can get away with a lot more. It's like, it's a very fine line between you can pay to make this go away and we're going to make an example of you. It's a very fine line. I think it's kind of like the immigration deal. It's like it depends on who you get and the situation at hand. But, dude, and it's like, especially as a foreigner, and there are a few things that, like, you're probably not going to get to buy your way out of. Unless, like, and I mean, we're talking, like, within reason. Like, if you're, like, a multi-millionaire and you're able to throw, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars at a problem, okay, I feel like that's a little bit different. But I mean, within reason, like a normal person, you know what I mean? Even like upper middle class. Like, there's certain things that are not going to be good if, you know, you get in trouble for them, or certain visa stuff. You can't really pay your way around. Ask the Red Bull Air how that worked out for him. Right. That's what I mean, is like, and even with that, like, yeah, and you're talking big money at that point. But I mean, like a normal person, you know what I mean? Even if you're making $4,000 or $5,000 a month, and you get, you know, there's a select few things that if you get mixed up with that, you're fucking, it's bad. I'm a homebody gaming stoner on $60K budget. What would you recommend? Do you want to live close to the beach? If you don't want to, if you don't care about living close to the beach, Bangkok for sure. Granted, I'm a city guy for sure, but the thing about Bangkok is there's just so, like, every type of person you can meet in Thailand is in Bangkok. If you're looking for a partner, every type of girl, boy, whatever that you're looking for, you can meet in Bangkok. Any type of event that you're interested in, if you know, want to go to like tech events, gaming stuff, sports, anything, all in Bangkok. If you get away from like the Sukhumvit area on $60K a month budget, you could have a decent condo. All the food you could ever want, whether it be Western food or food from anywhere for that matter, any part of the world. It's such an international city. You can meet all kinds of cool people from all different walks of life doing different shit. It's a great place for networking. It's a great place to make friends. Yeah, Bangkok for sure. If you want to be close to the beach, I mean, the only thing that kind of sucks with that, I mean, anywhere around Phuket, honestly, it depends on your visa situation too. If you're going to have to be going to immigration a lot, that's going to limit where you can be. You're going to have to be close to one of the main offices. That's something to think about. I mean, Chiang Mai is cool too. Chiang Mai has it's a very different vibe from the rest of Thailand, but I like it. My gut says Jomtien. I don't know, man. So I've been here for a few years now, and I'm on my way out. Granted, everybody's different, but I really liked Jomtien when I first got here, but it has changed a lot. The people you're going to be neighbors with are a lot different. I think a lot of Thai people here kind of have like foreigner fatigue because there's a lot of like shitty people coming to Thailand now that are super disrespectful and fucking cheap and just not fun to be around. It's getting more expensive. It's like, I mean, for what I pay here, I could have the same level of condo in Bangkok. Or I could even have like a townhouse in Bangkok. So it's like, if you want to do like the whole nightlife thing, if you're interested in partying and going out and doing that, yeah, Jomtien's great. Chiang Mai is great. Smoky Sea, yeah, that's definitely something to consider. I haven't been up there during that time of year, but I've like seen photos and videos and stuff, and it looks pretty fucking miserable. Looking to go to, yeah. So my lease is up around, I think it's up in end of January, I think. And I would like to go to bed. I'm 90% sure I'm going to get out of Jomtien. And more than likely, it'll be Bangkok for a multitude of reasons. Most of the ones that I just mentioned, I would like to make some more friends, meet some more people who are closer to my age, network, meet some more people who are professionals, you know, doing all that kind of stuff. And the amount of events going on in Bangkok, just shit to do. One, for my own fun. Two, for you guys, so I can make some cool videos. Kind of be close to the airport, which is super convenient. Like the hour-and-a-half trip from Pattaya to the airport isn't terrible by any means, 1.5 to 2 hours, but having to, you know, you got to be at the airport 2 hours early. So if you have a 7 a.m. flight, you got to be at the airport at 5 a.m., which means you have to leave Pattaya at 3 a.m., which means you have to wake up at 2 a.m. So you're getting up at 2 a.m. and you're not even getting on the plane till 7. Or if you've been traveling for 2 or 3 weeks, you're just ready to be home. You land in Bangkok and you're like, cool, I'm home. No, you're not. You still got another 2-hour taxi ride. So I think that would be nice just to be closer to the airport. The train, public transportation, I will really like to live and be on the train so I can take the train around. Not like I love riding my motorcycle, but dude, it's Thailand. The roads are sketchy. The less I have to drive, the better. Just so I don't have to worry about somebody cleaning me out. If you want a beach, Koh Samui, cheaper than Phuket, smaller than Phuket, just need your own transportation because that's where they get you. So I haven't been to Samui yet, but I've heard both. I've had friends who have gone there and they love it, and then I have other friends who have lived there or visited and they fucking hated it. Yeah, so I would definitely say visit first. I think that's a pretty good like idea. Like if you've got the time and you've got the means, like the first month, if you're planning on moving here long term, like the first month you're here, stay in Bangkok for a week. Come down, stay in Jomtien for 10 days. Go to Phuket for a week, you know what I mean? And kind of poke around. Udon Thani is good if you don't care about the beach. It's a lot like Pattaya was 30 years ago, so they say. Udon... Is that... It's in the north, right? Yeah. Yeah, I've never been. Yeah, I've met So I've been to Vientiane a few times, and I was surprised like how many Thai girls I met in Vientiane, and they were all from Udon Thani. They like go up there, like they go on vacation with in Vientiane, which I thought was funny, because like nothing against Lao, but there's not a lot going on in Vientiane. And it's not even like particular, it's cheaper than Thailand, but not like a lot. Maybe like 10 or 15%. It's a bit cheaper, but nothing like crazy. I'm looking at Udon Thani on the map. It's pretty big. It's got an airport. There's a central festival. Yeah, that could be checking out. Like me, after being here for this long, it's either Bangkok or somewhere like that, like Udon Thani, or like somewhere that's a decent sized city. The only thing like with that, like Udon Thani, I don't know, like what's the immigration deal? Like, is there? That's the only thing that kind of like makes me question that. Last 2 years, I've been spending more time in Bangkok, and I enjoy it much more than I used to. It's grown on me, though I would rather not live there long term. Not such a city guy. So I love being in the city. Um, like if I'm in Bangkok, I'm definitely not going to be like Sukhumvit area, Asok, like over there. Like I'll probably want to be like across the river, still like decently close. Like if take a train ride over there if you like want to go shopping or something. Um, but Bangkok, it's a lot different once you get out of that area. And like same when I first got to Thailand, I like got to Bangkok. I was like, what the fuck? There's no way I could ever live here. But since then, every time I've gone to Bangkok, I've enjoyed it. I've had a good time. I've liked the atmosphere. It's like I kind of just like the hustle and bustle. I like to, meet people who are fucking doing shit. It's interesting. People who are trying to build careers or, whatever. It's just, I don't know. I like, because I mean, in all reality, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to work and build something for myself, So it's cool to bring those type of people in around you. As opposed to here, it's like a lot of people here are just partying or they're retired and, they're just kind of kicked back. So it's hard to find people on the same wave. Vang Vieng Lao. Ever been there? Yeah. So I went last time I was in Lao. It was pretty cool. Way different, much better than Vientiane. Super cool. I went to there's like some like I think it's called like Emerald Pools or something, kind of up in the mountain. There's like a bunch of like swimming and zip lines and shit, and like a big cave. It's pretty cool. It's pretty. I was surprised like uh, how many young people I saw there, like backpackers and stuff. That really surprised me about Lao in general. Even in Vientiane, I felt like it was like way off the beaten path to where like most people would go, like backpacking and stuff. But I saw a lot of people like around my age cruising around. Yeah, definitely poke around if you've got the means. Go try some places out. And granted, you know, if you spend a week, even two somewhere, you're not going to get a real idea of what it's like to live there. But that'll at least give you some type of gauge. Like I moved to Pattaya, I had not been here for one day ever. Like by the time I moved in Pattaya, I had been in Thailand for one day. I landed in Bangkok the night before, stayed the night in Bangkok, came straight here. So I'm happy that I did that for like my own journey, but if you've got the means, I would definitely say shop around a bit. Streamlabs is in the top fans. What kind of gay shit is that? They should definitely box that out. Top fans. Jack, number 1, go figure, 5,000 XP. Jesus. King, 3rd, 150. Crafted Vision, 125. Nichols, 5th place, 75. That's crazy. One stream and we're already like a quarter of the way to the goal. Shout out Jack. Drop some W's in the chat for Jack. Jack Thompson sounds like a made-up name. Sounds like somebody from like a antagonist from a Stephen King novel or something. If you don't care about bars and crowds, Kanam is good. Super cheap rent right on the beach and small bungalows, like $300 a month with free Wi-Fi. Nice. Yeah, you know, if you are down to like get fully immersed and you're not worried about like having tons of access to Western food or like Western restaurants or malls and shit like that, there's a lot of fucking cool places you could live in Thailand for super cheap. Went to southern Thailand last trip, enjoyed the vibe, Trong, Hat Yai, and Songkhla. But that's pretty far from Bangkok. Yeah, dude, like, if you're looking for beach vibes, yeah, the south is sick as fuck. The only, like, close second I've found so far is, like, over this way, like, Trat, down towards Cambodia. Like, Koh Chang, what's the other one right there? There's 3 islands. Khao Kood? Yeah. I think that's the other one. There's some dope islands down there. Koh Chang is nice. Even right here in Rayong, Koh Samet, super nice. Yeah, Koh Kood. There's one more too. There's like a 3rd one out there, but that one's apparently, I haven't been out there. But yeah, those are all really nice. But same thing, you're definitely isolated over there. But even on Koh Chang, it's like, the only thing I would think that could be a problem is if you're a foreigner is immigration stuff, if you have to go to like immigration office. But like there's plenty of access to Western food. I don't think there's any condos, like at least like high-rise condos. But yeah, I'm sure you could live down there for pretty cheap. And Koh Chang is nice. It's just big enough to where like it would have everything you need, but just small enough to like feel, you know, like an island still. Koh Kood's beautiful, but I'm like Koh Rong in Cambodia a little bit further if you don't mind partying backpackers. Yeah, I've heard like if you keep going right there, like right past Trat province, there's a few on the Cambodian side that are actually really nice too. Mine, you know, once all this nonsense is done, I would like to go spend some more time in Cambodia. As of right now, I'm not really interested in like living there, but I would love to do like a legit like motorbike trip. I know it's a lot different in Thailand and I would have to plan accordingly, but I think I would enjoy it. It's like being anywhere and like doing a cool motorcycle trip is always fun, just being out in the fucking boonies. As long as you're like comfortable with that, make sure you got enough gas, reliable bike, don't fucking crash. One thing with all this, granted it's kind of on the back burner right now, but with all this weed stuff changing, I feel like a lot of places are trying to get rid of their stock, which is pretty sick. Infrastructure in Cambodia is improving apparently, but still far from the standard in Thailand. Yeah, dude, when it comes to like infrastructure, like modernization, like Thailand kind of stands on its own, minus Singapore, of course, and even like certain cities in like Kuala Lumpur, even Jakarta is pretty advanced, is, you know, by Southeast Asia standards. But like as a whole, like a whole country, like Thailand kind of stands alone. Even like Vietnam, certain like the big cities are, you know, pretty good infrastructure. Philippines is still got a ways to go. So like it's just a matter of like, is that important to you? Like me, there's only a few things that's like, I gotta have access to decent internet. I don't want to deal with power outages. And then like food, I'm not diluted in the fact that I need to have access to Western food. I can't. It's like I could, if it was a matter of survival, of course I could eat, you know, nothing but Thai food or whatever. But like for me to be comfortable and happy, I want, like sometimes I gotta, I'm fucking American, man. I need a cheeseburger every once in a while. I like pizza, you know, I like what I like. Have you been to Bang Saray and Rayong? Yeah, for sure. I actually go to Bang Saray pretty often. It's really like, if I jump on my bike, it's only like 15 minutes from here. Yeah, and I've been to Koh Samet, the island right there off Rayong. It's really nice too. If you're like looking for like an island day trip and you're in Pattaya and you want to like head out in the morning and still be back by that night, Koh Samet's nice. It's totally doable to go over there for the day. Talking about traveling from place to place on a motorbike, even the boonies, the roads are decent. Yeah, for sure. It's pretty wild. Like in Thailand, a lot of the times when you get out into the like into the sticks, the roads are nicer than they are in the cities. It's like when I go to the racetrack out here, it's like 20 minutes east, Bira Circuit. Once you get like 5 or 10 minutes like outside of Pattaya, the roads are super nice. And apparently it's even more so like up north. Like even in Isan, last time I was up there, the roads were great. I don't know about Cambodia. I'm pretty sure, I have a buddy who did a motorbike trip there and he said at least where he went, there was still a lot of dirt roads. But like maintained, but yeah, a lot of dirt roads. Take it you've never been to Koh Phangan, you've never been to Samui, need to hit up the full moon party once. Dude, like, everybody says that, but man, I've been to so many festivals and like, I know that crowd. Like, granted, I know not everybody there is like that, but the crystal charging drum circles on the beach, like, dude, that is just not like my crowd. It's just, I've been to so fucking many like parties and festivals like that. Is like, I'm just burnt out on it, dude. Like, not to say I wouldn't go to Panyang or Samui, but I just, if I'm there and full moon's going on, cool. I'll probably go check it out. But I'm definitely not gonna like plan a trip to go down there to go do that, you know? Stinking of patchouli. Exactly, dude. It's like the typical Bali yoga instructor, crystal on the forehead. I'm just, dude. Like some, not, of course, not everybody. I'm generalizing here. But some of the worst people I've met in my life were those type of people. The spirituality and, oh, it's like, oh, we're just, you know, it's all about your frequency and, you know, aligning your chakras. and they just use that like as an excuse to be fucking complete dirtbags. No. It's like like even when I first started partying, those type of people were awesome because it wasn't fucking trendy to be like that. It wasn't like you weren't doing that to try to go fucking viral on Instagram. You know what I mean? The people that were like that because they really believed in it, and they believed about like becoming more spiritual and becoming a better person. You know what I mean? And then slowly, and it was like that with like ravers too. It's like when I first started like going to like warehouse raves and shit, we were like all the fucking outcasts. You would look around, it was like, it would be all the people who were not cool at their school or were nerds or, you know, whatever. So that like brought us all together. We were outsiders everywhere else. So at the rave, we were all the same. And then slowly over time, raving got trendy. And then fucking Burning Man got trendy. You know what I mean? And then all those people that we fucking hated, that ostracized us at school or at work or whatever, slowly crept into that scene and kind of fucking took it over. So that's what I see when I see like all those people. The fucking walking, you know, on the beach in Bali with the ukulele, strumming 3 chords, singing a song about Bali where you're just saying Bali over and over. Oh my fucking God, blow my brains out. Elephant pants, man buns, and crystals. Exactly. You know what I mean? People that say they're spiritual and they're actually not spiritual at all. They're like super cliquey and like those are the type of people that are spiritual. They say they're spiritual and then they'll go to a restaurant and like yell at a server because they didn't give them enough ice. You know what I mean? Like those type of people. When the cameras are on, when everybody's around, it's all about fucking Zen and we're all, you know, I see you and blah, blah, blah. And then in their normal day to day, they're fucking terrible people. I know a lot of them. Yeah, it's like those type of people, like they'll be your roommate and they'll be like charging their crystals on the roof in the moonlight and talking about like how they need to align their chakras, but they like won't stop eating your food out of the refrigerator. You know what I mean? People like that. Or like the I knew so many of them, like when I was DJing in Scottsdale. It's like all about, oh, like I only eat, you know, certified organic, rare, raw fruits and blah, blah, blah. And then we'll go to the club that night and like snort 3 grams of Coke. You know what I mean? Like it's just so disingenuous. And not even just in that realm. I just don't like anybody that is just full of shit. You know what I mean? It's like, if you're just genuine, no matter what type of person you are, we'll probably get along. Like, I don't care where you're from, what you like, you know what I mean? It's like, even if you like all the exact same opposite things as me, but you're genuine about it and you're passionate about it, we could probably still be friends. But when you're just fucking fake ass, dude, no, I'm good. What you're saying is very true. I'm speaking from experience, man. Trust me. I know the type. Always people who fake things to take advantage of the ones who are not faking it. Right. Well, and the thing about it is like it became trendy. You know what I mean? It became cool to be that. So now people are trying to be that, and they're not actually like that. It's the same thing now with like like emo or scene, you know what I mean? Like now that actual generation has gotten older and like that whole scene like actually died out, now it's like edgy. Now it's like cool to be emo, or it's like it's trendy. Dude, like I don't know if any of you guys were on that same wave, but like early 2000s, like if you were an emo kid, like at your school, like chances are you were probably getting picked on consistently. It was not cool. Like minus other kids that were like that as well. Like anybody else, dude, it was not cool. But now it's trendy. So now it's like people are emo to get fucking clicks. It's funny how it works. Shit that, used to get picked on for, or same thing with skateboarding. Dude, when I was skateboarding when I was a kid, like people would try to like beat me up. Like skater queer and shit, you know what I mean? I'd just be skating behind some fucking grocery store, and then like a car full of football players show up and try to fucking beat you up just because you're skateboarding. You know what I mean? Now skateboarding's cool. I think I was just born like 10 years. Nah, actually, no. I wouldn't want to be in like high school and shit now with social media and everything, bro. That's one thing I feel like not a lot of people think about is like, at least when I was a kid and like if you were getting bullied at school, when you went home, you got a break. You know what I mean? I feel terrible for kids now with social media, like if they are getting bullied, it's fucking relentless. You can never get away from it. Same with truly spiritual people, they are easy targets as well. Yeah, well, I mean, those are like, especially in that realm, those people are not the ones that are gonna like call you out. You know what I mean? Like the people who are really about like cohesiveness and all that, they're not gonna tell you to fuck off because you're fake. You know what I mean? They're gonna know, but they're just gonna kind of let you do your own thing. You know what I mean? So those people wiggle their way in, and then they feel like since nobody is rejecting them, they feel like they're genuine in what they're doing, when it's really the opposite. It's like the same thing with like foreigners that come here and they do disrespectful shit to Thai people or, around Thai people. And they just think like, oh, well, nobody says anything to me, so I'm obviously not being respectful. It's like, no, Thais just aren't confrontational. You can 100%, they're talking to their friends about what a douchebag you are and how disrespectful you're being, but they're not going to say it to you. That's just not how they operate. Same thing with people who are like legitimately spiritual. My fucking ass is going numb. What the fuck? Jesus. If you piss off a Thai and they let you know, you really, really, yeah. I've mentioned that in a video. It's like Thai people are so fucking patient and they're not confrontational until you push them too far. And then it's 0 to 100. As soon as you push them past the line, it's over. You're probably gonna get your ass whooped. You're for sure at least gonna get screamed at. Don't keep pushing. And you can guarantee every Thai person on that block, every Thai person within 100 meters is going to know what's going on, and they're not going to be on your team. That's for sure. Which is funny too, because like, it's so fucking pathetic because it's so easy to not offend Thai people. You know what I mean? It's not like there's a bunch of like crazy cultural norms here that are the complete opposite of what we do in America, and it's really hard to learn and make sure. Dude, it's super easy. Like, it's all pretty straightforward shit. And people still are just like, eh. Like, the amount of guys I see, like, just in, like, full-blown sit-down, like, decently nice restaurants, air conditioning, and they're just sitting there in their fucking shorts, flip-flops with their shirt off, fucking loud as shit. It's like, dude, it's so easy to not be a tool. And you're still a tool. It's fucking wild. Main character syndrome. That is my biggest complaint about the current world and my biggest gripe with social media. The amount of people that have fucking main character syndrome now and think they're just God's gift. I'm on the complete opposite end of that spectrum. I have a question for you. At one time years ago, were twins a big thing in Thailand? Back when it was Siam? Because where the heck did the whole Siamese twins thing come from? I've read about this, why that became the colloquial term. And I think it's because I want to say it's because there was a doctor here, and he essentially like did a bunch of breakthrough research and like came and like was essentially like leading the world research when it came to Siamese twins. And that's why it ended up getting named that. I want to say that's why. I don't remember it being that, oh, there was just, there was a huge surge of them in Thailand or anything like that. I want to say that there was a doctor or maybe a group of doctors, and Thailand was kind of the first to really dedicate time and resources into studying and understanding Siamese twins. I think that's where it came from. Pretty sure. I could be wrong, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Because I went down a rabbit hole. It's like Siamese twins, Siamese cats, a bunch of, there's a lot, dude. Siamese crocodiles. There's all kinds of shit that is named because of, maybe it was Siamese twins. It could have been like, maybe there was an explorer that came here, and that was like the first time they had been like observed and described in like Western medicine, something like that. I thought the doctor was the first to separate twins. That sounds familiar. Maybe that's what it was. Let's fucking Google it. Now I gotta know. But now that you mentioned the doctor separating, that does sound familiar. Wow, we're all wrong. The term Siamese twins arose from the fame of Chong and Eng Bunker, conjoined twins born in Siam, now Thailand. Their popularity as a sideshow attraction in the 19th century led to the term being used generically for any conjoined twins. Born in 1811. While the term is now considered outdated, it remains historically significant due to Bunker's fame. Modern medical terminology prefers conjoined twins. Yeah, we were all wrong. I feel like that's way less interesting. I feel like, the doctor, like a Siamese doctor being the first one to separate them would be cool. Or, Thailand being the first to like actually really study them, or the first to mention them in Western medicine. Well, what can you do? I guess they were Thai American. I was gonna say the last name is Bunker. That's not a Thai last name. Chong and Eng. Chong, yeah. I guess names could be a lot different back then. Yeah, I guess their dad was American. Huh. Truth is often boring. That's why you get conspiracy. Yeah, right? Sometimes, a lot of the time it's, yeah, not as interesting, but then sometimes the truth is actually more interesting than, like, why it actually is like that, or like why people think it is. I did a big paper when I was in high school about like American like colloquialisms, colloquialisms, like when we say, "Oh, like I'm broke," or "Let me get a buck." You know what I mean? Those things, like those words that we use that don't actually, they mean something different than the actual definition. I did a big paper on those, and a lot of those were really fucking interesting. Like like how languages progressed over time, and we still say a lot of things that nowadays are like definitionally irrelevant, but they came from a time when they were very much definitively relevant. A bunch of cool stuff like that. I did a big paper on it. It was really cool. Like, I remember a few of them. I think like a buck. Like, why do we call a dollar a buck? Because like before, back in the colonial times in America, before we had like the, what the fuck is it called? Like before we had the treasury, before we used gold to weigh the U.S. dollar, it was based off of a buckskin. Like a buckskin was worth $1. So whatever the weight and trade was of a buckskin at that time, the dollar moved with it. So that's why we call them bucks. There's a bunch of them. I think I did like 30 or 40 of them. Yeah, buckskin. Yep, exactly. Yeah, there's a ton of the, and like I didn't really realize how many of them, at least in American English, that we use like every day until I started looking them up, and there's a ton of them. Some of them are just like slang, like it's just people derive different words for different things, but a lot of them come from some type of historical significance. What time is it? Damn. It's 1 a.m. All right, boys. It's about that time, coming up on 1 a.m. I still need to eat something, get my ass to bed. I appreciate you guys popping in. New video tomorrow, actually. Today, I guess, technically. Yeah, I appreciate you guys stopping in. Jack, I don't know if he's still in the chat. Appreciate it. Appreciate the super chat. As always, guys, if you don't know, we don't monetize these streams. We can't. I mean, we can, but I don't monetize them. So we can say whatever the fuck we want. We could talk about whatever. So if you want to hit the super chat, by all means, I appreciate it. If not, no big deal. Make sure you subscribe. The Buy Me a Coffee link is also over there in the chat. That way. Over there. See it? Okay. All right. I will catch you guys later. Appreciate you popping in. Today's the 5th. We're probably going to be streaming 2 times a week. Thinking that sounds good. Make sure you're checking out. Make sure you're checking in for tomorrow's video. Stay out of trouble. As always, if you guys have any ideas, questions, ideas for videos, any of that type of shit, shoot me a message on Instagram. It's up there in the top, Tempus TV. And I will catch you guys later.